All right, we're live here. You can see. Welcome back to the game, I would say. So, today we'll be solving a lot of lead codes and uh, मैं शायद सब भूल चुका हूँ क्योंकि बहुत दिनों के बाद lead codes try करेंगे and I have no fucking idea what I'll be doing because It's been ages since I last tried or solved a lit code problem. So probably everything that I learned, I might have forgotten. I might have forgotten everything. So उसी के लिए शुरू करेंगे from the very bottom, like someone who doesn't know what it is like to solve a problem or how it is done. So let's do it. We'll be here for I don't know, man. Let me set up the timer my for me. Let's say for 1 hour, we are going to solve a lot of problems. Let's just get started. The first problem that we are going to work on is obviously to sum, the simplest one that everyone starts their journey of lead code with, and that's probably the same for me as well. And we're doing that, so let's do it. So we are basically trying to find. Let me explain something a little bit. So here, I'll get started with how the problem is. The problem says, or I may have forgotten, but I'll be trying my best to explain in my own words so that it proves that I have some a little bit of understanding basically. So let's do it. So first of all, given a list or array containing integers, let's say let's say nums 4, 5, 11, 21, 13. Now we have another thing that were provided with, and we have another thing that we are provided with, that is our target number. Let's say that is 20, 22, sorry, 42. Now we are given, we are how do I say it? So now they say that find the number numbers that how do I say it? Find the numbers that will be equal to the target when uh, added. So basically, we are asking that find two numbers that has a sum that is equal to our target. That is supposed to be 42. That means inside from here, let's say we have 4 5 4 plus 5 9, so it is not equal to target, it is not equal to our target, and we are trying to find the target. And after that after that our goal is to return the index of those numbers. So let's get started with that on. So we have our list or we have a list or the array, and we are just trying to find the index position, and the index is zero based, it is not one indexed. The index is, it is always a good sign to include that the index starts from 0 as usual. So we can get started, we can get right into it. So we'll be using for I num in enumerate function. Basically, what enumerate does is that it takes input some iterate Basically it takes input any list and returns a tuple, a tuple type where the first element where basically the enumerate function of Python takes input any kind of a list or any kind of iterative or iterative object and returns index and that element of that index, and it is in the form of tuple. So that's what it is happening here. We are Now we are going to calculate another thing, that is our complement, which is probably target from num. So it the complement will calculate the number a number that we need, that is basically the sum, or a number that will, how do I say it, that will make the target by I'm sorry but I can't explain. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't feel that much, but whatever it is. So let's do it again. So basically the target, we are substituting we are substituting the number from the target, so that we find another number that will make our target when it is added with the num, and in that process we'll be able to figure out the position which is our index. So that's it. Now we are going to return the complement here, complement and I. So this line is the most crucial, I would say. This will define if our program will work or not. So here, this line return inside scene complement is basically we are checking the dictionary or the hash map that we created here. This is our hash map. And if you know the basic rules of Python, you can already figure out what I was doing there. So let me still show you what I'm doing. Key and value in Python. So you can basically check what is the access. Basically, you can access any items using key, and that is this. So when inside this is dictionary, and as you can see here, we are accessing the value or the model using the model key, and this will return the Mustang. So this is the model of the car, and here when we will be printing this X, it will actually show us the output which is Mustang. So that's how it is going to work here in our problem as well. And so the first of all, here we will see that if this complement number that we found from substituting the number from our target. So first we'll check if it is there. If it is there, then it will return the index position of that. If it is not, then I forgot something. I forgot to add the condition that I just talked about. It is about this: if complement in sin. That's it. Now we are going to add another line. So this is it, and after that we are assigning the index with this new. So what is this scene num equals 1 will do? So this is also our dictionary scene, or our hash map is scene, and in there we are basically adding the number as the key, and the value will be of that numbers index, or the elements index inside the list. So this is in this process. Let's say that if complement is not found inside sin, or our hash map, then we'll add this for future uses, or for if for you know f- for future, so that the calculation becomes easier. I think may समझने में successful रहा, or I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about. I'm fumbling a lot. I'm not able to really express myself because my mind is not functioning as it is really something that I'm doing. Uh, Basically, I'm new in live streaming, as you guys know, and that's why it is quite hard for me to explain every single line. And I'm not your uh, how do I say it? Not that good with technical explanation, to be precise. Maybe I know the concept, but the problem is I don't know how I'm supposed to put that to words so that anyone can understand. But I know how I'm supposed to do it. मेरे को आता है थोड़ा बहुत, आई वुड से उसी के लिए मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि फ्यूचर में जब लॉट ऑफ विल हैव टू हैंडल लॉट ऑफ टास्क like this, because YouTube thing, because YouTube is going to be more bigger than ever. It's going to boom basically. So that's how it is. So let's test our if our program is working or not. So now we are going to check that, add the function here, copy the list, and add the target, hit run. What happened? I made some mistakes obviously here. Mhm. For right now. Okay. Alright, equals num. What is the deal actually? What is wrong? मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा है बेंच. This is sum, this is target, the hash map is there. Okay, let me figure out what is actually going wrong here. Maybe this line is not supposed to be like this, but how then? Okay. Complement. It's still none. Something is wrong. For I num is this. Num is now here. What is wrong with this? So something is not wrong here. Something is not working properly. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll have to get help from AI. I have no idea what is going wrong there. But let me rewrite the program from the very beginning. If complement in sin, so return sin complete complete sin. Okay. So what? Let's ask Mr. ChatGPT what is wrong here. Or maybe this model is Copilot. The user share, okay. Analysis is running. Why? What is wrong with the code? What is wrong with the code? Let me just quickly drink some water. What the hell, man? I was the one who made the mistake. Sorry, but I was not able to provide the right value for the target. When I calculated here, I added something which is quite embarrassing for me because this is not what we are supposed to do. So, slight mistake with calculation. I was not able to do mental calculation. Pardon me, but I'm really good with maths. So this kind of things quite happens quite a lot because I'm stressed or fatigued. So yeah, you can understand. So there's no need to really laugh at me, or you can do it whatever you want. But I'm really saying I am quite good with maths. I like that subject. Now, as you can see, as I changed the target to 32, which is the right target, and now these two are showing. So here 0, 1, this is 2. So where we found index 2 and index 3 that calculates that adds up to be equal to 32. So the sum of the elements from index 2 and 3 is 32, which is our target. So we successfully did it. Now let's move on to another problem because we can't really slack off. We are going to learn a lot of things. So thanks a lot, Mr. Whatever you are, whatever AI you are. It is Copilot or maybe it is ChatGPT. I forgot about the model that we were using here. Okay, so next problem. D is say we are doing this. So to sum here. From typing import list. What is this one? What is this? List is integer and target is also integer. Okay, list. Okay, so let's work on this one. So first we are actually calculating the length of the array. Then we are iterating through that, finding all possible pair. We are iterating through the length of the array, and another nested loop that is starting from I plus 1 and goes up to last n minus 1 up to n minus 1. Then the sum, we're finding the sum array 1 array 2. If sum equals to target, returning we are returning a list actually here, and then we are returning minus 1 minus 1. So let me give you a quick view on what the problem has asked us to find. So here the problem description is look here, you can see. So here it is stated that given a one based indexed integer array and that is sorted in non-decreasing order, it goes from 2, 7, 11, 15 non-decreasing. That means the first one is obviously going to be less than the second one, and the second one is going to be less than compared to the third element of the array. And this list, that's how the list is constructed, and it goes on and go on. Basically, then as it progresses, as the element progresses, or as we move from one index to another, our element gets bigger, I would say, or our elements become larger. So let's not waste explaining this bullshit stuff, because no one is actually that dumb enough to not know what these things are. Maybe I am the one who doesn't know what we are dealing with. So let me just do the second one and the third one. If such pair exists, return the indices of the two elements in increasing order. Increasing order. If no such pair exists, return minus one list in the form of list. So here inside our array, which contain elements like 2, 7, 11, 15, our target is 9. That is obviously 2 plus 7. At least this much math is simple for me. I can do it. Since the array is one indexed, obviously one index, that means the array isn't starting from 0, it is starting from 1. So the first array is first index is 1, then the second is 2. So 1 and 2, we are returning that in non-decreasing order, and that is array 1 plus array 2 equals 2 plus 7 equals 9. And similarly, there is another array that contains elements like 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 11. Target is obviously 10. Then we are going to calculate a lot of our element. 1 plus 3, none. 3 plus 4, 7. That is also not equal to the element, or I mean, sorry, the target that we are looking for. Then 4 plus 6, that is the target. We finally found our target. So let's calculate or let's actually see the indexes. It is 1, 2, 3, and that is 3, and then 6 is on fourth position. So that adds up to our target. Explanation is, since the array is one indexed, array 3 and array 5 equals 10 similarly. So that's it. The real issue is what is happening here. So we are going from for I in range n, with that is the length of our array. It goes from can I type here? I can actually type. So it goes from 0 to n minus 1, and uh, this one is going from 1. This one goes from 1 to n minus 1. That is the one extra from our I. So after that we are finding sum. The sum is that, and this is it. Then we are okay, okay, okay. So before anything, as it is already included here that this approach is a naive approach, that means uh, if we follow this procedure to solve the problem, we'll have to face or encounter the issue of time complexities that isn't too ideal for our case. So it is going to be O of 1 to the power n, or 1 what is it called, I forgot. इसको क्या बोलते हैं पता नहीं इंग्लिश में. Yeah, exponential to whatever. Big O of n square. That's simple, man. I forgot. I already said that I'm quite stressed here. That's why I'm fumbling a lot. So pardon me for that, and that's it. Now we are going to work on this. So let's solve the problem. We have already figured out what we need. So before anything, we are going to add some simple keywords here so that we don't forget what we just read. So it is going to be, what is the uh, A1 indexed array problem. The problem is similar to the problem is to sum. Simple. To sum, we are going to nums or target. Then we are calculating the length of nums. That is our array. I just added keywords like nums, which is which could be anything. This is like the parameter, so it doesn't really matter what kind of name you give it to be, because at the end of the day, it can be anything. It is like some kind of variable. It can change. The variable name can be anything that is acceptable for the language, or maybe for the interpreter or whatever compiler it is there. So let's not make it complicated, and let's just solve the problem. So we are going to run the loop here for I in n for j uh, in range, or I forgot. I'm sorry, but it was in range. The function in range from it starts from 0 and goes up to, I've already mentioned, n minus 1, then I plus 1, then n. We are calculating the sum. The sum is the variable that we are using. So nums I plus nums j. Then if sum is equivalent or equal to target, we are returning what? I plus 1, j plus 1. Fuck. If it is not, then we are returning something else. Okie dokie. I don't know, maybe I'm making mistakes a little bit. Yeah. What is the key? We no pair sum with given target. Achha, so that is wrong here. This starts from here. I'm a little doubtful about it, but we'll ask here. We are going to just copy it. This is basically nothing. This was just for testing. So this is not the name of our function on 2. So as you can see, our program is working, but the time complexity is not right here. So before anything, I'm going to ask some questions to the chat model, to the LLM. For my own understanding, you will be able to see what the question I am asking, sorry. So uh, why did return was included? I can see bugging online. You have creates the travel instead of iterates through it. Rinse. I okay, but I did so. Let's stop this. And Now it will work. Why did why return is where? Why return is on this line for I in range in indentations equivalence? This is the question I am supposed to be asking. I mean, okay, I got that. I already know that, but my confusion is why it was not inside the another for loop or if loop above lines. Mm-hmm. I understand the key is we want to return. Okay, if we put it inside the loops, let's say here, wrong, what will return? This would return after the first pair doesn't match, never checking the rest. अच्छा, समझ गया. Wrong returns after checking just one pair. That is going to be wrong. That is not all you want. Outside loop. Okay. Returns only after checking all pairs. All right. It should only execute after the loops finish checking every pair. If any pair matched, the function already returned inside the if. If no pair matched after checking all combinations, then return -1 -1. Think of it like a search. You check all options, and only if nothing matches do you give up and return not found. Got it. I got it. So that's pretty much it on naive approach of 2 pointers. Then we are moving on to the next one. Start over. I didn't ask for any kind of, you know, range. I can manually update that. I don't need your help, you motherfucking AI. I don't know, guys, if I'm making you guys feel. I don't know if I'm making the live to be boring, but I forgot to mention that I didn't really include any background music because I just wanted to make it to be something authentic where I will be the one where you will be able to only hear my voice because that's how the real progress is made when you don't really need to rely on some kind of background noise in order to express yourself or complete this act. So that's what we are doing. We are actually trying our best to improve in that part and also trying to master the art of explaining any problem to others. So I know that no one is there to actually criticize me for what I'm doing, but still I feel a little bit A little bit like something is holding me back. It is like not being able to express myself properly, and it is kind of like that. So yeah, we are not going to be staying in that comfort zone. We are breaking to it. So let's focus on the coding, man. Let's stop chit chatting and let's do the real work. So we are going to look at Python. So the problem is using two pointers of time, and this is what we are going to do today. Problem can be solved using two pointers techniques. What is that? Let me see. Okay. Okay, I forgot two pointers. Two pointers. To apply two pointer, we make sure that the array is sorted. Unsorted array. One for three four. So in decreasing order. Okay. Two pointer technique sorting the array is important. Place the left pointer at the start of the array and right pointer at the end of the array. Then calculate array left, array right. Since sum is greater than target, decrement the right array by 1. Sum is greater than target. When sum is greater than the target, we are going to decrease the value of the right pointer. Decrement, that is decrementing. I hope you guys know what is incrementing, what is incrementing and decrementing about in any programming language, because those are really simple. So yeah, let's solve this one, then we'll be moving to that one. So we are solving the problem using of time complexity. Let me add the time complexity. Fuck. Time complexity of n, and complexity is going to be O of 1. What the hell, man? If to some array target, so the concept of to sum is this. So okay, two pointer technique. The idea of this technique is to begin with two corners of the given array. We're starting at the corners of the array. We use to index variables left and right to traverse from both corners. Uh, we index variables left and right to traverse from both corners. So we are traversing from one side to another, or maybe from both sides simultaneously. So we initialize it from left to 0 and right equals n minus 1. We are starting from the index 0 and we are starting from n minus 1 right for right, because we all know that the last we all know that index starts from 0 and goes up to n minus 1, where n equals to length of that array. So yeah, I think it is clear, it is crystal clear. There's nothing to feel a doubt about. So we are running a loop while left is less than right, and do the following step inside. So left is always needed to be less than right. If it becomes greater than right, then the conditions will not be met, and that will be problematic for the logic or whatever it is there in this tools pointer technique. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to point at. So we are going to compute current sum left and right. If the sum equals the target, we have found a pair. If the sum is less than the target, move the left pointer to the right to increase the sum. So when the sum is less than the target, incrementing the left pointer is the right choice. And if the sum is greater than target, we are moving the right pointer to the left for decreasing the sum. So that's it. So let me just see what they did inside, what they have included inside the code. So we're iterating while left one is less than right. We all know that. While left is that. If sum equals target, return true. If sum equal to less than, we are moving that at. Else, if no pair is found, return false. So the array here is, so our array is, I think something is wrong. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. It feels like outside it is quite stormy right now. The cloud can be hard, screaming, and lightning can be hard. So yeah, maybe the electricity can go off anytime. The load shedding can be here anytime. So we need to be prepared for the worst case scenario. Where are the locks? Do I have slides near me? I have them. So कोई बात नहीं. No problem will be there. We can focus on our problem solving. So we are returning true and false, and instead of that, I want to return the index of these left and right. Can I do them? Of course I can do them. So let me just try that. We are going to initialize left and right here. That is going to be 0 and length of array -1. I think it will do the job for now. We are including the while loop. That is to say that this loop is going to run as long as the left is less than, as long as the left pointer is less than the right pointer. So that's it. Now we are calculating the sum. I think we are going straight to calculating the sum. We don't really need to worry about anything. Array, okay, all right. Now we are adding some conditions to check if we found the right target. Return, we're returning a list of left and right. We can even do it like for we can even do it for one indexed array, but for now we are just going to do it for default ones, because we are just trying to check if the approach that we are following is authentic and will eventually give us the answer that we want, or it is just going to be something that is I don't know, man, that is fake or that is bullshit. So we are incrementing left. Is it how it is done? Maybe I made a mistake or something. I think it is not how it is done. Sorry, that was not how it was supposed to be done. I made a little bit doubt. I was feeling a little bit doubtful about it. That's why it happened. Well, not that is something to be concerned about. So instead of that, we are returning that 0 0. That is if we don't find any pair. So that's it, no big deal. So with this we'll be fine to write is okay. If no pair is found, exactly. So I learned my lesson. I already learned my lesson that if we are adding something like this kind of return, we are not supposed to include them inside any kind of loop. It could be a for loop, it could be a while loop, but at the end of the day, we just need to include it inside, or I mean outside of the loop. That will get the job done. We don't really need to concern ourselves with that sort of things. We just need to focus on the logic and learn it thoroughly. 0 1, as you can see it worked, and that's pretty much it for the two pointer, whatever it is. So next problem, let's see what is there for us. More problems, two pointer coding practice on two pointer algorithm. Let's see this kind of post what they have. So okay, are they asking me for what is it? And okay, I don't wanna do that. Remove occurrence. What is this one about? Well, solving this kind of problems once in a while will help you to master Python, which is something that is really important if you are trying to understand programming from the very basic. Well, these are not really something basic, I would say. It will help you to build the logic, it will help you to recognize patterns for solving problems a lot of time. Basically, मैं जो बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि solving this type of problem is शायद अच्छा है for the long run. So we should do it once in a while. Maybe I'll be doing a lot of live streaming, solving a lot of problems like this instead of just focusing on complex lead code problems. I believe मेरे को इस टाइप का प्रॉब्लम बहुत ज़्यादा सॉल्व करना चाहिए. That will help me a lot. So that's it. Let's read the description and try to solve it or try to understand it from the very basic position. So given an array and an integer ele, the task is to remove all occurrence of ele from array. So we are removing a subset from that array, okay, in place, and return the number of elements which are not equal to array. If there are k number of elements which are not equal to element or le, whatever you say, then the input array r should be modified such that the first key elements should contain the elements which are not equal to le, and then the remaining elements. Okay. So the order of first key elements may be changed, I understand. So we are provided with an array, an integer. The task is to remove all occurrence of array from in place. What is the word? What is the meaning of this phrase in place? And return the number of elements which are not equal to array. Okay, okay. So here we have 3 2 2 3, element 3. Explanation: the answer is 2 because there are two elements which are not equal to 3. An array will be modified such that the first two elements contain the elements which are not equal to 3, and remaining elements can contain any element. So modified array is okay. Then comes array 0 on 3 0 2 2 4 2. So this is going to be element 2. Then the number of elements that are not equal to the number of elements that are not equal to element or this integer 2 is 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, I don't know. 0 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 5. Oh, I was calculating. My mind is fucked, man. I was not doing it in the right way. Such a. Let's check the approach, how they are approaching it. So the idea is to iterate over the array while maintaining a sub array at the beginning that contains only the elements which are not equal to le. So we can use a counter Say k to track the ending point of the sub array, and whenever we encounter an element which is not equal to le, we can swap the element at kth index with element at ith index and increment the value of k. Probably the idea is to okay. Probably the idea is to iterate over the array while maintaining a sub-array at the beginning. एक sub-array चाहिए beginning first, okay, that contains only the elements which are not equal to le. So we can use a counter, say k to track the ending point of this sub-array. I don't understand what does this line mean. I mean, k is basically some kind of integer. It can be changed. Okay, to track the ending point of the array. What are the point? I mean, what is this ending point about? Is it the corner or the side of any array? Like when starting from the ith zero index, and whenever we encounter an element which is not equal to le, we can swap the element at kth index with element at ith index and increment the value of k. I see. So okay, so basically what is happening, let me just try something out here. So let's copy this guy is here from here. Maybe I'll just copy the whole text, that will help a lot. Okay. Mamma mia, that was not expected. What is happening? Why is it like this? So okay, no, this is fine. So basically we are going through, we have our element. We found we are traversing through the array. So first of all, the first element, let's say for I in range uh, in range, or for I in array, then we are going through the first element is obviously going to be mm, okay. So for I in that, so for k, okay, def, what should I call this? Eliminate occurrence, kind of like that. So we have array and le. So मेरे को जो करना चाहिए, मेरे को we are going to iterate through the array. For I what? For I in array. And another nested loop, I guess. Maybe what I'm doing is completely bullshit, but I want to try it. Instead of that, instead of that, it is hydration break, so everyone should drink water in this short period. You should also do it, bitch. So let's do it. For I in range length array plus 1, because the range system is like it goes from 0 to the last element minus 1. So the last element is not going to be it is not inclusive, to be precise. So in order to include every single element of an array, we'll just need to add extra one, so that will just cancel the last one, and we'll be able to work with every single element inside an array that we are dealing with. So it is probably that is it. I think the explanation was quite informative because it is taking a lot for me to actually just simplify that shit. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but that's how it is supposed to be done. So let's not blubber about anything else. We are going straight with a nested loop. We are doing that. I plus one. And then what is the last element? Probably the same thing. This is not a good practice. I would always recommend to add something like this that will probably you know simplify the code and make it look more clean, I would say. So that's it. I forgot about that. Similarly, I don't. Where is the fucking light? Okay, so it is done. Now let's read it, the explanation, the approach. So we are maintaining a server at the beginning that contains only the elements which are not equal to LE. So I think we have to create an empty list here. Uh, and what should I call it? I'm very bad with naming anything, variables are not my cup of tea. So list, array, whatever, list array, whatever. So now we are talking. Well, I took a break, I would say. I was thinking what we are supposed to do here. So it said that if any element isn't equal to our LE, so we are going to add that condition here. If array of I isn't equal to LE, we are switching places. So for that, how are we actually doing it? Can it be done in any way? We can modify the array or just, I don't know, man. I forgot about it. Uh-huh. Okay, okay. This is not how it is supposed to be done. So for I in range, this is something I did. Okay. If I isn't equal to LE, then swapping places. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I array of k index will have that element. An array will go to, I don't know, and basically we're swapping and then we are incrementing. Okay, okay, that is probably more accurate. It was more easier than I thought it to be. So we are just including that for I in range my shit length array n plus 1. Then if array of I isn't equal to LE, we are swapping places. Array k array I equal to array I array k. I don't know, man, what is this supposed to be? So 0 element will have that one, and then we will, what will we do actually? It is how it is. Then we are okay. I think the time is up. So I'll be testing what this thing is actually doing, and then we'll be ending to this session. So def is main this and this. So I'll just copy this guy here, T, and I'll be pasting here. Remove element. I also, for the naming part, my function was a little bit bigger. What the fuck? What did I do wrong? What the hell is wrong, man? Everything good, man? I added something which was not at something supposed to be done. Maybe I made a mistake about it. Well, it wasn't really necessary because it is how it is. We all, I think I forgot about it, but the index starts from 0 and goes up to n minus 1, where n is equals to the length of any array that we are working with. So probably I was the one who was at fault, and still that is not the issue with our code. Something else is actually not working, and which is something I really need to figure out what that really is, but I really don't see any shit. What could be wrong? If a of I is in that k plus 1, I did that, so what is not? I was not supposed to include this motherfucking line that says return k inside that if condition or if block or whatever. It should be out of the for loop, motherfucker. You can't understand this simple shit. Now, as you can see, the output is 5, which is what we are looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 numbers aren't equal to 2. That means we have done it, and maybe we can even show that output. But how will we do that? They didn't really include anything here. So the problem is solved. I think I was able to do it. So I don't know, man. I think I'll be ending to this I think I'll be ending to this live stream. If you like the shit, please do like the stream and comment below. And the problem is, still feel a little bit shy about talking loudly. So I believe you guys will pardon me for any kind of issues or any kind of bullshit or any kind of embarrassing talking style that I try to impersonate here in order to make me look confident. So that's it. That's it for the day. We'll be coming back tomorrow if we feel good, or maybe not. But yeah, I think today it ran quite well, the live stream, obviously. So with this, the ending will be ending that session.